Welcome back to Investing with Confidence, sponsored by Online Trading Academy. An Online Trading Academy on their 25th year, teaching people just like you how to trade and invest with all the markets, stocks, options, futures, Forex, cryptocurrency, whatever that asset class you like to trade with and invest with. Online Trading Academy gets people started for whatever goals or objectives that you do have. If you do happen to want to come to one of those investing classes that we do locally here in Bloomington, Minnesota and Denver, Colorado, call right now for 2 tickets. Call 888-682-6466. That's 888-682-6466. Or you can text the word invest to the number 484848. You're going to get a text back. Make sure to click the link. That will guide you to our page to get started for with a date that actually works on your schedule. So, Al, I want to continue talking more about different assets and different opportunities with different types of accounts. We have retail accounts, which you call it more of a trading account, income strategies, and we have retirement accounts. We talked about wealth at the beginning. Wealth would be your 401k, your IRA, 403b, TSP, whatever that retirement account is, that's your wealth bucket. And we're seeing the market, especially as of late, show some down pressure. And we're seeing a lot of people come to these investing classes that are like, hey, what is going on? Why is my retirement account going down, my 401k with my company or their IRAs and stuff like that? So they're trying to see what's going on and how do you make smarter investing decisions within those type of accounts. Because think about this. You're being trained and conditioned to just put all your money into these accounts and hope. In one word, would I use hope? Nope. So talk about that. How to use a strategy that's not just a hope strategy to reach those golden years of retirement.
Yeah, and that's a great word you mentioned there, hope, because that's what a lot of people do. That's their strategy, is to cross their fingers and hope that things work out. And it's because of the go-to strategy that Wall Street uses for most of their clients. And we talk often about how there's a different way to approach the markets for income as there is for wealth, for your long-term money. And income means that you need to be able to trade something that you can get into and out of on a short-term basis. That's futures. That's the options market. That's the foreign exchange market. And all three of those assets, by the way, can be used in different directions. Most people, and this is part of the problem with people not having enough when they retire, is they are putting their money into a portfolio that will only benefit them if the market goes up. It's a buy and hold strategy. And really, in a buy and hold strategy, you're supposed to hold on during a correction, during a bear market. And essentially what you're doing is you're saying, I'm okay with seeing my assets being depleted because I have the hope and the prayer that it's going to bounce back and recover losses that I could have avoided in the first place.
Yeah.
So that's one of the things that we talk about in these classes. We want to introduce you to not only to our core strategy, our investment strategy, to the different assets that can be used for income, but also how to better protect what you have for retirement and how to participate when the market's going down. There are choices that you have that will allow you to benefit in all three market directions. There are choices you have that will allow your portfolio to be protected, and there are choices that you have that will allow your portfolio to grow faster, whether the market is going up or the market is going down. And one of the things that I want to talk about in a minute here is, and I mentioned it before, but it's really important. I want to mention it again, and it's what the impact to 401ks has been.
Yeah. So we do have a lot of listeners that are probably like, I've had dismal returns in my 401k, negative returns this year especially.
Right.
And they're like, okay, how can I do something different? They're thinking to themselves, what can I do differently to reach those golden years of retirement? And the only thing you have to do to get going is actually get started.
Correct.
And in these investing classes that you actually teach locally, we have classes here in Bloomington, Minnesota and Denver, Colorado. And in these classes, we kind of pull back the curtain on retirement accounts, how they work, and how you might be able to make smarter decisions with them. Even if you have a 401k or an IRA, especially an IRA, that does not have to be managed by a broker or an advisor. That can be self-directed. So we kind of unpack all that stuff in these investing classes. The great thing about these classes, they're only about 2 hours. They're free to learn more to get started. If you have 2 hours of your time, yeah, it's 2 hours of your time. But I'm going to say that's going to be a great 2 hours spent. So call 888-682-6466 for 2 tickets for the investing class. I did that real quick. Get your phone ready. I'm going to do it again. 888-682-6466 for tickets for the investing class here locally in Bloomington and Denver. If you're a texter, I'll make it easy for you. Text the word invest to the number 484848. When you do that, you're going to receive a text back with a link. You can pick your own date down there. Also, we'll get you a call. So expect a call from one of our team members to get you scheduled for the class that makes sense on your schedule. We do these classes during the week. We also have on the weekends, also in the evenings for you 9-to-5ers. So Al, you had another topic you wanted to talk about. Let's hear more. I want more insight on these retirement accounts, especially ways to strategies to insure your portfolio, but also be more confident going into retirement.
Yeah, what I had referred to in just a few minutes ago was something that I talked about before. I think maybe even the last 2 shows, but it's so important. I just want to bring it up again. In 2021, the S&P 500 was up 20%.
Yep.
Unfortunately, the majority of retirees did not participate. In fact, according to a study by ThinkAdvisor, 57% of older adults reported their retirement savings were down by more than 10% in 2021. That's huge. And when the market was up and your retirement portfolios are down, why did that happen? Well, for a couple of reasons. Number one is that, again, you were in a one-direction type portfolio that only would benefit you if the market went up. You're paying fees that are being taken out of your account on a regular basis, and every dollar that's taken out is negative compounding, has that negative compounding effect. So every dollar could be, over the course of your working years, could end up being $10,000, but it's gone. So that has a huge impact. When you retire and you start taking money out, you're no longer contributing to those funds. Your employer's no longer contributing. You're taking money out, but who else is taking money out? The advisor, the sponsor of that plan, is still taking fees out.
So there's two hands in the cookie jar.
Exactly, which depletes your assets much quicker. And then the mediocre returns. Most of the choices that are available in the employer-sponsored retirement plans are pretty mediocre. And we're not the only people saying that. Even Jack Bogle, who started Vanguard Mutual Funds, said the same thing. In the last few years of his life, he really came out and really hammered most of the mutual funds for the mediocre returns they were giving and the high fees. So what we want to do is show you how you can do things within your 401k that will allow you to be in a better position when the market is moving down or the market is moving up. Maybe when that match that you have, if you have a match and your employer is giving you free money up to a certain point, that's free money. That's really great money. You want to make sure you get that. But then you're encouraged to continue to put more money in after that into something that has low returns, fees being taken out, and has you actually at the mercy of the market. If it goes down 20, 30, 40, 50, 60%, you're exposed to that. And on the upside, you're getting maybe 4 or 5%. That's not a good risk reward. So we want to show you how to make sure that there are ways you can protect portfolios. There are ways that you can participate regardless of which direction the market's going. And it may mean that you have a self-directed IRA. Maybe that extra money you would put in a 401k after the match has been met, maybe you set up a self-directed IRA where there are no fees and you have many choices. You can do stock, you can do options, futures, Forex.
Yep. And there's basically a good, bad, and ugly here. Let's start with the ugly. The market's going down. People that have 401ks, especially the last year, this year actually, are losing in the markets.
Yep.
Let's go to the bad. A lot of people are doing nothing about it. Because they don't know, they do nothing. They kind of put their head in the sand. Let's talk about the good. Well, you know what? The good is there is hope. And that's where we talked about hope is not a strategy. There is hope if you do something different. Right. And that's why we have these investing classes to help people get started. It's sometimes that's the toughest thing to do, and especially in finance. Some things that some people don't know. If they don't know how to do things, they do nothing. Well, learn to get started. These investing classes really help people get started, Al, especially when you teach these, because you have so much knowledge on how the markets work, how your 401ks and IRAs work with the experience that you had in the markets, and how to make smarter investing decisions within them. But you do have to get started. So I want to encourage people, get started today. Get your phones ready, because I'm going to give away some tickets for an investing class that Al teaches here locally in Bloomington, Minnesota, and also Denver, Colorado. Call right now. Call 888-682-6466 for 2 tickets for an investing class. Also, a insider or a financial quick start kit that helps you get started right away and gives you some free stuff, some free stock picks. 888-682-6466. Al, we got to bring it home in the next segment here. I want to continue talking about the markets and how to inspire people to get started and have some fun trading and investing. Text the word invest to the number 484848 for those 2 tickets and these stock picks. We'll be right back.